Hi, this is Nefer the Positive Vibes Artist. I thank you for watching my channel today. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. And if you're brand new, I hope that you'll subscribe if you like what you see. And also a special welcome to my new subscribers. Today, I'll be taking you through a flip through of my April journaling in my Hobonichi Cousin. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks so much, and now on to my flip through. Well, here is my Hobonichi Cousin. This is size A5. I went ahead and decorated the cover. These images are from paper pads from Stamperia. I will go ahead and try to remember to link to them below. I know that the background is their Cosmos paper pad. I'm not sure where I got the books and art supplies from. It's from a different Stamperia pad. But I went ahead and glued this to the cover. The number is really, really old. That's from Creative Memories. And those stickers are like literally 20 years old. And then here's some washi. And this is the back. These are a couple of stickers I bought at Little Craft Place, which is an awesome, awesome store located just 20 minutes from my house. I'm extremely lucky. It's also an extremely dangerous place for your pocketbook. So what I do in my journal, I try to do daily journaling the way the cousin is set up. If you have never seen one, you get your monthlies in the beginning, and then you get your weeklies, and then you have your dailies. And I have journaled every single day since January 1st, except for one day when I got really sick. And for that one day, I was like literally in bed and just couldn't do anything. So every other page in here has got journaling. I'm going to flip through to April. And here we go. Let me get to the cover page. Here is my April cover page. I'll zoom in a little bit and adjust things so you can see better. But there is April. And these stickers are from Papershire. I am a member of her Patreon, and she also has a Facebook group. I highly recommend that group because there's tons and tons of freebies in it, which is where I got all of these. And then, let's see, this is London Gifties, washi, London Gifties. And I don't remember where the flowers are from. And this is Mandy Lynn Plans from Etsy. And I'll go ahead and mention them as I remember. But here we go with April Fool's Day. Again, this Papershire. And I always include a section here on gratitude. I'm a firm believer it's very important to state your gratitude on a daily basis. And my goal every day, no matter how crappy my day may be going, no matter if I'm feeling sick, no matter if, the shit has hit the fan, I always, always make a point of making a list of 3 things for which I am grateful. They can be big things, they can be little things, it doesn't matter. The important aspect of this is that you're establishing a gratitude practice, a daily gratitude practice. And I've seen it proven in my own life that the more gratitude I have expressed to God and the universe for the blessings in my life, the more blessings have come in. Because when you express gratitude, God and the universe say, okay, I'm glad you're grateful. I'm going to give you more of the same. And that's what happens. So expressing gratitude opens doors and windows to more blessings. And I highly recommend it. And again, just 3 little things. They don't have to be a big deal. It can be, I'm grateful for a warm meal today. I'm grateful for a cup of coffee, whatever. Like here for Saturday, April 1st, I state I didn't cook today. I had a very productive day. S, when I use the initial S, that's my husband's name. That's Stuart. And Magic. Magic is our Australian Shepherd. Get along great. That was my gratitude. And then I went ahead and journaled a bit about what happened that day. And I use Ferris Wheel Press inks. I am a Ferris Wheel Press Jubilee ambassador. I will note my code below where you can save 10% if you place your order. I always list the names of the inks in the left-hand margin that I use. And then we have the 2nd of April. And we have the 3rd and the 4th. I also try to design my pages towards a 2-page spread where everything basically coordinates. So I will use the same washi, the same style of stickers on each page. Here I have Mandy Lynn Plans from Etsy. And then I've got London Gifties stickers and washi. And then here we have the Coffee Monsters Co. And I use some of her little emoji stickers, and this washi is from Create with Pen, who does the cutest stuff. I am now addicted to her stuff. And then here we have again Friday and Saturday for the first weekend of the month. And then we have Easter Sunday. And here's some more Create with Pen. When I was journaling on this page, on that Wednesday, I had my journal. When I journal at this table. I'm a lefty, and so I tend to, tilt it to the far right so I can write and not drag my hand through the wet ink, because this is Tomo River paper, or Tome, however it's pronounced. And the ink will sit on the surface for about 2 to 4 seconds before it sets, Well, I had my journal open. I was going to start to journal, and I hadn't put it in its orientation yet. I kind of had it like this, and it was way off to the edge, like over here. And I went to go do something, and I come back, and my dog's up here, and she's resting her head on my journal. And she's an Australian Shepherd, so she's a 50-pound dog, good-sized dog. And I said to her, Magic, what are you doing? And she jumps away from the table. And then I look, that's where she drooled. And the ink, since Ferris wheel press ink is water-based, ran. So I wrote up here, Magic did this. That smear was not my fault. And so here we go, the rest of the month. These stickers, I found these in my stash, and these stickers are like literally 25 years old. I bought these at Michael's before my daughter was born. She's 24 now, and it was right before I found out I was pregnant. And then I just, stored them away because I got pregnant. And so I changed my priorities. I never got around to using them. Found them in my stash, and I was like, I wonder if they'll still even stick. They worked great. And I just love them. I think they're just the cutest stickers. And here what I did is I took pictures. I have an HP Sprocket, which is a tiny print machine. You can get them on Amazon. Again, I will I'm going to start a list here, actually, excuse my reach, where I can write down things that I am mentioning. But HP Sprocket is a little printer machine, and it is just the cutest little thing, and it's really handy. It prints in color, and it prints on 2-inch pieces of sticker paper. And so what I did is I printed this as a collage. These are some jelly plates that I made, inspired by a video from Helen Colebrook. She's here on YouTube, and she has a little a series that she's putting together on Journal of Joy, and the first part is how to make jelly plates. And I'd never done that, even though I owned a jelly plate for over a year. So I started doing that, and I just had such a great time. I made 62 pages. I didn't know when to stop. Here's another example. And then these are little from washi tape from a company called Sinjoju. They're on Instagram. And then here is my morning ritual. I realized after 24 years I could go back to doing it now. My daughter's full grown. She doesn't require my entire morning. But, it took me a while to figure that out. And I did figure out I could start it, but then I didn't actually start doing it again until just a couple of days ago. But this is me just saying, hey, I finally have the time. I'm going to do it. And then here are, this is washi from Cora Crea Crafts, who's also on Instagram. She has gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. And here we go with what I decided to do sometimes, I have a Bennu pen. This isn't the one I was using here. I have their Milky Way. This is the Luminous Orchid. This one glows in the dark. I found that out by accident and it freaked me out. But I was like, why is my pen glowing? It's possessed. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to be able to change my ink out, not in this one, but in the Milky Way one. And so I started writing with it here because it only had like literally 3 to 4 drops of ink left. And so I thought, okay, I'll be lucky if it lasts the page, but then I can refill it with a different color, right? It not only lasted that page, it lasted this page. This ink here is called Cloak and Forest by Ferris Wheel Press. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got a really gorgeous reddish sheen to it. You might be able to see it here. And I really love this color. And the red doesn't always show up, but when it does, it's just so pretty. So I was trying to use up the 4 drops of ink because, you know, I hate to waste anything, even if it's just, you know, 2 drops of ink. And then I did the next page. Same ink, same pen. It still kept writing. And so I did this page, and then I did this page, and it finally started to run out down here at the bottom of the page. So I finally will get to switch out the ink. But right when I finished this page, we went on a little trip to Colorado. Here's my dog, Magic, and she precious. She's there with her favorite toy. That's her Frisbee. She loves playing Frisbee, and she has gotten so good at it. A little story about her is I got her from a local breeder of Australian Shepherds, and this woman has boarded Magic for us a total of 4 times previous to this recent trip to Colorado that we took. And every time prior to this trip, I dropped her off at the business of the breeder's sister. She used to own a grooming and doggy daycare center, and she recently closed her business. And so Magic's breeder told me, well, go ahead and bring her out to my place. And so I had to drive a bit, as kind of a rural area, and the house numbers on the posts in front of the double wides are all totally worn off. I couldn't barely read any of them. And so I'm going like 10, 15 miles an hour down the road that I knew the breeder lived on, trying to figure out what house was hers, right? I drive a little ways past this one house, and my dog from the back seat barked and scared me. And I'm like, what is it? And she barked again, and she went to the passenger side of the car and was looking out the window and was whimpering and looking behind us at the house I had just passed. And I said to her, is that Grandma Vicky's house? I call her Grandma Vicky to Magic, and Magic knows who this is. She gets excited when I mention her. I said, that's Grandma Vicky's house. And she's like, in the back seat, whining and everything, and, you know, trying to push her face through the glass of the window. And I said, is that her house? That better be her house. And then my dog literally shakes her head 3 times toward that house, like, it's that one, it's that one, it's that one. And I'm like, okay, we're going to go back. If it's the wrong house and I get shot, you're going to hear about it. You know? And so we went back, and sure enough, it was Vicky's house. And I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe my dog just told me this. Now here we are. This is our trip to Colorado, and this is my little doodly watercolor rendering of the Garden of the Gods. My aunt and uncle, they live in Colorado Springs, and they live literally 20 minutes from Garden of the Gods. And the cool thing about this whole trip was I'd really been missing them. I hadn't seen them since prior to COVID, and, you know, they're getting on in years. My uncle just had his 84th birthday. My aunt is 81. And I really, really wanted to see them. My husband owns a business franchise. It's called Always Best Care, and he provides care for seniors in their own homes. His whole goal is to keep them out of the nursing home system for as long as possible, preferably to allow them to pass away in their own homes. And his caregivers provide their care. And they have a convention every 18 months or so. And they announced last winter their next convention was going to be in Colorado Springs. And I flipped out because they could have chosen any city in America, literally. Like the one previous, right before COVID hit, the one in 2019, that was in New Orleans. And so I had a blast because I'm into the paranormal, and the entire city of New Orleans is like totally haunted. Everywhere you go, there are ghosts. So I had a blast while my husband was in his conference thing for 2 days. And so Colorado Springs came along, and it was like, oh my God, I get to go see my family. So I went with him on the trip, spent the 2 days he was in conference with my family, and they also had it at the Broadmoor. If you are ever in Colorado Springs and you have the money, I cannot stress enough to you, stay at the Broadmoor. That hotel has ruined me for all other hotels for the rest of my life. And I'm talking from a person who has stayed at the 5-star hotel, the Park Lane in London. Broadmoor had them beat. It was just freaking amazing. We had a chandelier in our room, a chandelier, and a fireplace, and 3 windows, each affording us a different view. I mean, it was just incredible. Really, really incredible. And so this is me journaling about Colorado, and I didn't quite finish. This is the 25th and the 26th. I didn't do my gratitude that day. I was going to do the gratitude over here. Haven't filled that in yet either. And I was going to draw something here, and I forget what it was. Because I was adjusting, I did all this. This is back journaling right here because we had already come back home, and I had notes in my little notebook here. My friend Heather of Little Joys of Bujo is also on Instagram. I will link to her below because she makes the most awesome digital art journaling kits you've ever seen. Big kits too. They're like 12 pages long. They're only like $5. I mean, it's amazing. And so she made this for me and sent it to me. But I had journaled in here just about what happened each day, nothing big. There's my chicken scratch, And then I went ahead and back journaled it in here. So that's what I did for the, I started it on the, actually we arrived Sunday, but this is still journaling about my dog Magic and the thing with finding the breeder's house. So I didn't actually start journaling about our Colorado trip until that Tuesday, the 25th, even though we arrived in Colorado on Sunday. So this is back journaling to Sunday. Over here, it's back journaling to like Monday. So right through here, my journal's a little bit off. And then I have April 27th and the 28th. I actually went ahead and journaled elsewhere because I was just really busy, and my journaling notes are actually downstairs on a pad of paper in the kitchen. So I'm going to go back later and fill these in. And then these little boxes here are for my gratitude. And all this washi is from Create with Pen, who is also on Instagram. And again, she just makes the cutest things. I just love her stuff. And here's some more of her stuff. And again, same for a Saturday and Sunday. My notes are downstairs in the kitchen, so I'll be putting them in here. And then when I do my gratitude lists, there'll be things that I'm grateful for now, not things I was grateful for on those days. And then this is May, and this is me. I'm starting an experiment. These are Ferris wheel press inks. They are water-based ink. They blend just like watercolors. So I did a blend here. This is, the yellow is Freshly Squeezed Sunshine. The green is Edward's Gardens. And this shimmery pink down here is the Fluttering Heart. So I just went through and blended those together. And this is the May cover page, and then I'm going to add a picture here or something. And then over here, the leaves are Edward's Gardens. This magenta is Midway the Magnificent. This is Freshly Squeezed Sunshine. This lavender is Blushing Mushroom. Oh, what was the green? Grand Central Skies is this teal green. So that's what I did for the start of May, and then because they are such intense inks, they bled through a little bit, so I just went ahead and thought that's going to be a nice little subdued design. So I'm just go ahead and leave that there. And then I went ahead and blended some more inks together. Oh, what were these? This brown is Workshop Wishes. I can't remember what this is. I think it's Little Robinia. the lavender up here. And then this is another shade of lavender. I think it might be Blushing Mushroom. And then again, it bled through just a little bit because again, this is Tomo River paper. It has nothing to do with the watercolor inks. It's the paper that is really fairly absorbent. So it allows for some bleed through. Sometimes your pen might bleed through a little bit too, but that's the charm of the paper. You know, I like that. It drives some people crazy. I like it. Oh, look, May the 4th. May the force be with you. It's going to be a full moon. Awesome. So there you go. This is my flip through for April. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. It's the first time I've posted a flip through. I don't know if you think I'm being too chatty. Let me know, because, you know, I want to be able to produce videos that you enjoy. So do say in the comments what you thought of it. Allow your voice to be heard, and that will influence future videos on my channel. But I thank you all for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed this. And this is Nefer Kefri, the Positive Vibes Artist. All of my socials, my discount codes, and my Amazon shop are listed below. Discount codes save you 10% at Ferris Wheel Press, Archer and Olive, the Washi Tape Shop, and then also at Little Joy of Bujo's Etsy shop. So those are all below, so check them out. And again, thanks so much for coming. Thanks for visiting. I appreciate y'all so much.